If you're looking for that special piece of jewelry for that special person, well, you've come to the right place. We're proud to be the premier local jeweler, and customer satisfaction is our number one priority. Whether you're looking for gold or silver jewelry, diamonds or gemstones, rings, earrings, pendants, or watches, we have a wide selection of high-quality pieces for you to choose from. Contact Vijay Jogia and find out why so many local customers count on us for all of their jewelry needs.
I don't know about this, but I don't know about him,
Hello and good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Good day and welcome to our program, Chai with Vijay Jogia. Cheers. I am Vijay and I'm logging you into our super duper system and I'm welcoming you again. We are live on Facebook and we are live on YouTube. Let me just clear a couple of formalities. The purpose of this show is to invite professionals and various achievers to come and talk to us about the current in the areas of their knowledge and their expertise. Our guests are from all over the world, and the subjects we cover span from law, immigration, real estate, Bollywood, sports, health, wealth, and any general affairs. Furthermore, this program is to provide information. Here there is no discrimination or there is no money exchange between any parties, and there are no other financial gains by anyone. There is no discrimination or favorism towards or against an individual or an organization. So to summarize, the purpose of this show is sheer entertainment. So I hope you guys enjoy, and I really want to thank you for coming down to our show. Now, without any further delay, I'm really excited, really delighted to introduce our guest today. Now, our guest today is someone who has already been with us twice in the last couple of weeks. She is a very sophisticated young lady, and she does a lot of things, amongst which are she's a radio DJ, radio RJ. She is a TV and a stage performer. And above all, she's also a very, very good social worker. Okay? What I'm going to do, I'm going to delight you with a lovely video.
Good morning. Please join Aunty Number 1 Australia tonight on Vijay Jogia Live through Facebook live stream and of course the YouTube. Please join tonight. The topic is going to be struggling single women all over the world, and you will take out of it definitely tonight. So please join. Have a beautiful, blessed day. Thank you.
Sorry about that, guys and girls. The video overran me. But anyway, that's all fine. So Many of you already know who that person is, who that special person is. Her name is Aunty Number 1. Aunty Number 1 Australia. Okay, so we refer to her as Aunty Number 1 Australia. And when she was here, let me just introduce her. Aunty Number 1 Australia, please welcome to the show.
Good evening, everyone, and namaskar.
Thank you. Nice to have you again.
Yes, thank you, Vijay ji.
Okay, so what we'll do is we'll try and be friends here, like that. Okay. So now we can see each other.
Yeah.
Aunty Number 1, when you were here 2 weeks ago and 1 week ago,
Yes.
we covered some really sensitive subjects. These subjects were depression and mental stress, and also suicide. Now, these are very crucial things in our lives all over the world. Yeah. And they're applicable not just to men, but to women and to men also, right? So we had a very good response from public after the shows, that they were delighted to hear, because I understand and now we know that you are one of the persons who have been through both of these, depression, mental stress, and suicidal experience, right? Okay. Now, the other very important subject that we can discuss, and we want you to discuss today, is a life of a single woman.
Yes.
Okay. So where shall we start from? Let's define what is a single woman, or who is a single woman.
Well, basically, any female that is unmarried, divorced, separated, or widowed, they're all single. I mean, they could be in a relationship, in a de facto relationship, or basically all alone, and they all have the separate journey, and they all have the separate reasons for why they are single, why they are alone, why they are glooming, why they are worried, why they are suicidal, and how to move forward in life. So everyone has a different journey and different experience that reflects in the lifestyle that they are basically going through. And to address that today, of course, I've come on this platform with you, Vijay Jogia ji. Thank you very much. Renowned singer, not only in India and London, and basically all over the world, and here in Australia as well. And I'm very honored that I could speak on behalf of other ladies and get the message across to the media and inspire the ladies that are going through this journey to see how they can be a better person and a better achiever, and to reach their goals, and not to just sit back and sulk and worry and be on medication and ruin the rest of their life.
Right. Let me come in.
Yes.
You have been through the mental depression and stress and the suicidal experience, and you have also been through single women phase, like you have been single yourself.
Yes,
right?
I still am single.
Okay, so now tell us, what problems do single women face?
Okay, Vijay ji, it's a very controversial subject, and it could take us hours discussing. However, with due respect to you, to the limited time, I'll try and condense as much information as I can. Now, a lady who's a recent widow, for instance, has a couple of children, and the husband is the only breadwinner in the family. Now, try and visualize what must be going through her brains, her head. First of all, would be shelter, how to feed her children, how to get by, because she, in this particular instant, would be a lady who stays at home and does not have, she's more or less an introvert, and she doesn't have exposure to other systems and authorities and other welfare help and everything. How would she start going? Firstly, she would be in a total shock. that the breadwinner and her life partner has gone, and now she's got 3, 4 children to feed. Now she's going through her own emotional stress and dilemma. How can she comfort her children? Now, this lady, this woman, would be going through a different phase of her mental emotions. So to say, that she wouldn't be able to express her innermost feelings because she's in a total shock. But how do people understand her? Now, she could become very fiery and she could become very, very depressed. She may go into a state of being almost like a zombie, to the point that she may even need medication to get by. However, if she's a religious lady, she has her children with her and she has no other relationship, their marriage was a very happy one, then God will bless her. Her family is happy, energy, bonding, meditating. But these things won't happen just in an instant. It will take a month or two, a gradual process of settling down, embracing what has just happened. Then the realities will kick in. How to start paying the bills? What will happen to the house? Will the house be sold? Did my husband leave any insurance money with me? What is in the will? Now, can you imagine how that lady would be going through? And
Not
then again, there will be friends who'd want to intervene, maybe
sure.
male friends who'd be a very who'd be very opportunist to take
Mm,
advantage and offer the help to this lady who is in a total distress.
sure.
Now, he would come forward to give her that, to gain some friendship or relationship. Now, she has suddenly become and succumbed to so many different uh, situations in a small environment, in a small home of hers. So, this is just one phase. Now, think about, on the other hand, a lady who is a devoted wife who stays at home, follows her culture, does everything good by her husband, who suddenly has an affair. Now, she being the respected lady and a typical Indian Nari, or a woman who observes her cultures and adheres to the norms of the society, and it has a stigma if you sort of step away from the line. So to be in the society, you have to. There's a certain way you behave. You go to the temples and so forth, and you don't outspeak your husband. Now he suddenly has a partner and he doesn't pay attention to you. He doesn't pay attention to the kids. He doesn't socialize with you. He doesn't have intimate relationship with you.
Mhm.
Now, slowly, he starts distancing himself from you, the wife. Now, can you imagine what may be going on in that wife's mind, being a real spiritual lady? However, it is different on the other hand. If it's a very social wife, working and having parties, and very outgoing wife, it wouldn't matter her at all. She will say,
Sure.
well, look, he's in another world. Let
Yeah.
him go, let him enjoy. I've got a life of my own. I'm not sitting down at home twiddling my thumbs. When is my hubby coming home? I heat the food, get ready. No, I've got a lifestyle, I've got the clubs, I've got my job going, I'm successful. Now, that wouldn't matter to her. It will affect her, but maybe a week or two, she'll bounce back and get back on track. But what happens to the lady who has been a devoted wife and an introvert, who doesn't know? She will need help. She will need
Mm,
social workers. She'll need to see the doctor to give her some medication. Now, medication doesn't always come into play. However, when things does get erratic, we need that extra medication to give us that balance and composure.
mm,
However, on the other hand, by doing the prayers, doing your pujan, and of course, doing the meditation, you try and balance all your chakras,
mm,
because everything is going haywire in your body. Your metabolism, your total being is like conquered, so to speak. You become in a total disarray. How do you deal with it? So these are two variations that I've given you. One being a widow, and the other one, the husband has left her. Now she will have so many different friends to tell her, now look, this has happened, leave him, forget him, and all that. But no matter what the friends say, at the end of the day, remember, it's you who will suffer. It's
Sure.
you who has to deal with it. So, as being auntie number one, I would say first and foremost is to place your importance with the Almighty, place yourself with the Almighty. Second thing, make yourself important. Don't have this inferiority complex that I'm uneducated, I'm not good looking, I don't have good clothes, I don't have those nice car, and I don't have nice furnishings in my house, I don't have good girlfriends who like to party and all that. How am I going to live? Never say that, because you know what? You are the driver, you can do it. You just have to take it in slowly and tell yourself that I'm the best, I rock, and yes, I will. And
Yeah,
you
but
will.
you actually, we don't blame anybody in that situation. Even a guy can be in that situation, right? A
Exactly.
man
Yes.
or a woman. So at that time, when things are going really wrong and everything, your mind is
Yes.
all confused, and your
Yes.
confidence level is pretty low.
Yes.
It's not easy to pick up yourself. Let's be honest about it.
Like I said earlier, Vijayji, you are definitely right. I respect your opinion. You can give male's point of view as well. Like I said, it's not gonna happen overnight. It will take time to happen.
Takes time. Yeah,
But
sure.
you got to associate with the right people who will not undermine you, not give you that mindset that this is it, or like in a relationship, if my husband's having an affair, this is it, I'll have a divorce or anything. A clever and a sincere wife will say, let him go do his thing, let me stay where I am, because I
Mhm.
have nothing to lose.
Mm.
If the karma is good,
Yeah.
he will come back to me. If he does not come back to me, it's good for me that I waited for him, because I had gone through my uh, rituals, my religious wedding, to secure the relationship and to be there in the good and bad times. So
Mm.
this is the challenge. This is the trying time where you need to be together, and one party is doing the wrong, the other party has to be steadfast and wear it and see it and go with it. So that's, like I said, it's you yourself who drives it. It's
Yeah.
just in the same, it's okay, you go.
Yeah, no, I agree. I just thought of saying it says, if you love something, set it free. If it comes back
Yes.
to you, it is yours. If it doesn't, then it never was yours, right? So just something to. But the other thing is, okay, let's talk about situation now. A breakup, guy leaves the girl or the girl leaves the guy, and they are separated. How do you restart your life? How do you restart your life by from the morning to the evening? You've got 24 hours to go. How would you restart after a breakup? After a breakup?
Okay. Like I said earlier, that in a breakup or a separation or in a death situation, there is that grieving period. We all go through that, and it doesn't last for 1 or 2 days. Sometimes it takes a month, 2, 3 weeks, but you got to surround yourself with the positive people who don't brainwash you, who don't give you that particular one directional mindset, so you only follow one path. Because internally, some women, not some, most women I have found in the interior, in the countryside, or even here in Australia, who are so introvert and who feel very insecure. They feel very, very insecure. They have this inferiority complex that no, I can't drive a car. I can't do that. I can't go and start studying. But you need to mix with the right people who will say, now look, first of all, you get composure of yourself. Very important.
Sure. Yeah.
Composure of yourself, your health. If you've got your health, you are the driver, you can do almost anything. In my books, there's nothing that is impossible. You can do anything at any time. And a lady, a woman must remember she is the best. Doesn't matter she's aging, doesn't matter she's had surgeries, she can always come out beautiful in whatever age hierarchy she is in. It is the beauty within, how you present yourself, what you achieve in life. You don't have to have those expensive silk attire to impress people. If you are impressing your friends, or if you are trying to impress your loved one, then there's something wrong. Because how long will you go on impressing? Are they worthy of impressing? You should be impressing your own self. Now, a lady who's done nothing, first thing, like I said, surrounded by positive people, have prayers, have composure, have vision, believing in herself that she's the best, then draw out, pen out your what to-do list. Now, where do I get the money from? Social Security. What's happening with the house, right? What is my education level? Can I do anything? Google, meet with the right people, try and do small courses. I have actually spoken to a lady, like after hours, people do ring me and they speak to me. I've got this lady who has not even completed her grade 12, and she's a widow in Sydney, New South Wales. Due respect to her privacy, I'm not mentioning names or anything. Now, she's got grown-up children. She's never touched a computer. But now the children are grown up, and she's saying, my children are leading their own lifestyle. I'm staying at home, cooking and cleaning. I want to get out of this shell. And she is suffering as well, because she has got a medical condition mentally that she gets that phobia. Now, just to condense it a bit, she has started going to, I guided her to go online and start the short courses, because she didn't know how to do things on the mobile phone. She didn't know how to do it on the tablet or on the laptop. I told her, first thing, you do the basics. You do the computer, you learn the basics step by step. Now that girl, because of her this claustrophobic phobia and everything she had, she managed to get into government-funded course. Okay. Now, she couldn't use a computer. Today, she's studying and she's trying to get her certificate. That's the first plus point. Sure. As soon as you get that, then you start knowing how to talk to people. Then you know how to start applying for jobs. Now, listen. You may think you've got a piece of paper, a degree, that you'll get a job. Everyone's got white-collar job. Believe me, there are so many good tailors in the film industry, in Bollywood, in Hollywood. They're making more money in the confines of their home with simple tailoring and expertise. So there is no job that is better than the other. Of course, in the hierarchy, one may be very refined and very complicated, but it depends what your desires are, what your necessities. You wear that down. You don't go outside the square. You be in there what you can afford, what you are capable of doing. And if you focus on that, you will become an achiever. So you don't have to go down and start getting a degree and say, I'm doing a 3-year course and I'll get a degree and then I'll get a job. It doesn't work that way. You can plan by studying, doing your housework, giving time to your children, then getting involved in the women's club, going to your temple. And that's how your circle will grow, and you'll slowly move out of your shell. You will get out and you'll gain your confidence. That's what happens. But by staying at home, looking at the walls, looking at the pictures of your husband who's passed away, or your husband who has left you for another beautiful young chick, for that matter, you are wasting your time and energy. Are they really worth it? No, they're not.
Okay, all right. Let me stop you there. So basically, in a nutshell, enhance your skills, continue with the communication, because we saw last week with the suicide by our Bollywood star, that communication maybe wasn't there. His communication with good friends, with the family, with the colleagues, whoever, wasn't there. So that's why it could be one of the reasons for the thing, for his death. But anyway, leaving that aside, coming back to it, so communication is very important. Wouldn't you say?
Yes.
In adding to that, mental looks and physical looks are also important, that the young lady has to maintain her physical looks. What do you say to that? Yes?
That is, thank you, Vijayji. That is very important. For example, if you, like I said, the processes, I'm not going to repeat, otherwise it will get too monotonous.
Sure.
I will just go a step further, considering the lady has dealt with her grieving phase and got the job or a course or whatever. Now the next step is to groom yourself. Now you don't need the high quality makeup to groom yourself. You don't need that raw silk outfits and suits to groom yourself. You just need to have a good facial, good personality, good heart, how you come across, show your talent, that people get attracted to your talent. When a person is talking to you, they will look at your teeth. The lady's most important thing for any lady who are listening now and viewing your program, Vijayji, very important for them is the teeth. Because whenever you open your mouth to talk, you smile, people admire you for the set of teeth. How many times do you brush your teeth? Do you have a routine to do that? Those things doesn't cost money. It's just your practice, how often you do it. Your hair, you don't need to go to the salon to get a keratin treatment for $300, $400. You can do it at home. Now your face mask, all you need is yogurt and this pea flour, besan we call it in Indian. You make a paste with turmeric powder, which has been from India from so many years. That is one of those spices that gives a glow and softness to your complexion. Now you make a paste and have a face mask. How much does that cost?
Don't forget the cucumber too, right?
Yeah, yes, cucumber for the eyes. And not only that, cucumber is good for you have that in your diet as well, because it is very good for your mind. And it has those ingredients there. So you have the cucumber for your eyes, the bags under your eyes. You get coconut oil to give the good silky texture of your hair. Like those are just a few examples. There are quite a few. We will have it later in other programs, and we'll go in a very finer details with the recipes, what to do, what not to do. But those are some of the remedies, a simple what shall I say, middle class lady can resort to make herself groom and be looking good. Now remember one thing, when you go to a party, if you are very much dolled up and painted and really shining on your face, people will start suffocating talking to you, because they will say, oh my gosh, she's a total painted face. How can I talk to her? I can't breathe. But on the other hand, a lady with a simple sari and a very simple kajal and a very simply done hair, who's talking in a very soft manner, people will get attracted to her and they'll start admiring her. So grooming to a certain extent where you can keep your respect, you can keep your beauty. So in saying that, it is also contradictory to say that in certain fields, for example, if you're going to college, right, this is after you've got children and disaster in your marriage or whatever, you start going to college, you start going to work. If you look professional, you will behave professional. You will work professional. You will achieve. You'll become a leader. But if you go like a drag, the whole day you'll be a drag. You'll be just holding on to a cup of coffee and that's it. So it's what you wear is what makes you. Mentally, it comes to you.
Yes, and also you have to give some me time.
Exactly.
Time for herself, which
Yes.
is all
So,
these things. And also mentally
yes,
to think about things too, not just physically, but mentally. Yeah.
So, Vijay, thank you for bringing that up because you are my interviewer. So you pass that or you give me the triggers, right? So what happens with the me time life? Every lady should balance her lifestyle in such a way that she has some time for herself. How? Just as simple as having a meal alone, sitting down, appreciating what you cooked, taste it instead of thinking about the bills. Where is my husband? Where is my mobile phone? Let me check. Is he answering? Forget about it. Block your mind. You just focus on what you've cooked. Is it tasty? It will go in well. And in the afternoon, you put in a nice instrumental sitar or santur music, something that gives you the peace, energy, that spiritual connection. You sit with that, you have a nice cup of tea. You will find that, believe me, Vijay, I love my own company.
Yes.
Because when I sit on the sofa and listen to, this weekend I was listening to santur music, and it was just making me so relaxed, and I enjoyed my cup of tea. Instead of saying, I've come back from work in the weekend, I've got visitors, I have to cook this, my husband's, I mean, I don't have a husband, sorry, but I mean, it's for any lady. If their husband is coming or something, they'll just 2 sips, put it down, do things, don't change yourself. No. It doesn't work that way. You got to love yourself, because if you don't love yourself, have me time, appreciate yourself, put yourself first, you will find you're a struggler all the way. But then, Vijayji, there's another point. A time comes for a woman to accept a few facts of life. I'll give you a living example myself, because people like reality show. They want to hear from the main person's mouth in order to connect and believe. Now, I have accepted and ruled out in my life that, Salma, you are happy alone. You love yourself. You are an achiever. You will strive for anything. That's in my dictionary, nothing is impossible. Yes, you can do it. You put your mind, you will do it. You are a driver. And I have ruled out my age, number one, because I'm 60, but in my mind, I'm 40. Even I could go lower, up to 30, right? And then I've ruled out in my life that, look, Salma, you are 60. How many times did you try and get a relationship? Never worked. You've got a mental condition. You are on medication. So put these facts together and accept the fact that you enjoy yourself for who you are. Don't feel inferior if you go to parties, people come in partners and you feel you got no partner. Don't worry about it. You just love yourself, love your company, and accept the fact, if it's not meant to be, it won't be. But don't let that run you down. You've got to move forward in life, because in life, God has blessed us with so many things. Gone are those days when you are in the countryside, there's no lifestyle. There's nothing for a lady to do. But there's so many things out here overseas, and so even in the Gao.
Yeah. So
sorry, did I say too much? Sorry.
No, you're fine. We're just running out of time. But just one point.
Okay, sorry.
One point I like to make is, it is said that when you are depressed, do the thing that you love to do. So in my case, when I get depressed, for example, I just go somewhere and I start singing. And that comes out. So if you like watching TV, go watch TV. If you like playing tabla and instrument, go do that. Play piano. Do anything that you like when you are depressed, and you will see that that depression will disappear. And talking to people is obviously very crucial for everyone. Talking, communication is very important. Physical looks, you said, are important, so the lady or man can continue to do that. Go to gym and keep yourself fit mentally and physically both. Spend some time with yourself, the me time as you define that. Keep healthy, keep fit, eat fruits, whatever, and socialize. Socialization is really important too.
Vijay, I think I've lost, but just give me 1 second.
Yeah, you're
Can
fine.
you apologize to everybody? I apologize.
No, you're fine.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you are.
Yes, I'm back.
You're on. Okay, so can we in one word, in a minute or so, can you summarize this and let's go because we have done almost 35 minutes. And
I apologize for that. Sorry
no need
about
for that. That's why you are here. That's why we wanted to hear your views. But any message, final message you want to give it to our viewers?
I got far too many messages to give.
That's
However,
all right. However, before you do, we will have you back again. So don't worry. If you forget to say something this week, we'll have you back next week, right?
Sorry, Vijay. Being a RJ, I talk too much. Sorry. So what I was going to say, for all the ladies, remember one thing, that you are all beautiful, and you can never compare two ladies. You can never compare education, your heart, your persona, your clothing. Never compare. However, be an achiever. Aspire to be what the other person is. Try it in a true way, and you will go. And believe in yourself, and you are the driver.
Well, Aunty Ji, thank you so much for inspiring and giving confidence to all our friends, our viewers across the world, and not just Indian community, but the whole many other communities can learn from this. Your experiences, the things that you've been through, it was really nice. So what we're going to do is I'm going to ask you what subject you want to discuss next week. Let me ask our viewers also if they want anything that Mumtaz
that would be a good idea.
They can Facebook a message to me, and then we'll share with Aunty Number.
Yes, most certainly.
But if you have anything, if you have anything on the mind for next week, you can share it.
Okay. For next week, I will talk about divorce, the most common and important subject of our life, divorce.
Okay, all right. So we'll talk about that.
How to deal with it, just to let the mass know how to deal with it, how to get over it, what is involved, what to do, what not to do, and things related to children. Very, very important.
Fine.
And I will have a few examples here.
Okay. Namaste. Thank you so much. So sadly, we've come to the end of the show. Our 15th episode of Chai with Vijay. I'm having my zip again. And I'd like to thank the audience for watching us. I'd like to thank Mumtaz, Aunty Number 1, for sharing all your experiences. They were really good experiences, and I'm sure people will take a lot from what you have said today and what you've been saying over the last few weeks. So I'd like to thank Aunty Number 1, and I'd like to thank our audience also for listening to us. And I'd like to invite all professionals and experts, should you want to come and share your knowledge and your expertise with us, with our viewers, then please send me a message on Facebook, and I can arrange that for you, right? We are on social media on Wednesdays and on Sundays. So did you have anything to say?
Yes, Vijayji, because I've come on your platform, I thought that is it all right if you can let the listeners know that I'm planning to do a tribute to Jagjit Singh Ghazals, and all the listeners all over the world who would like to have a night for 2 hours, and I would be singing filmy ghazals. I would be giving the poet's name, the Jagjit Singh ji's name, and singing nice tunes. But you can only participate if you like ghazals and light music. Maybe you can get a cuppa, or you may get your wine or whatever rugged up and just sit down and just watch it. And I'm going to do justice to it. I'll be very expressive, and I'd like to do that. And also I'd like to come on the platform with Vijayji, if you can give me that privilege to perform with you.
Sure, yeah, once things are open again, remember, they were nearly open, but I know you were going to be here in Sydney early next month, but now you won't.
Yeah, July,
anyway,
yes.
So we'll arrange, we can arrange for that as well. We can have you sing Jagjit Singh, because he's my favorite too. And now, okay, apart from that, please stay safe. Remember, once again, the coronavirus has not eradicated. It's still around. It's still around in the air. It's in all the parts of the world. So please, let's try and keep yourself safe, clean, wash your hands, keep your distance, keep your social distance, sneeze carefully, etc., etc. Right? So please, now, until then, well, once again, I'm Vijay Jogia, and now I am logging you out from our super duper system. Namaste ji. Thank you so much, and we'll just
Good morning. Please join Aunty Number 1 Australia tonight on Vijay Jogia Live through Facebook live stream, and of course the YouTube. Please join tonight 6 p.m. and the topic is going to be struggling single women all over the world, and you will take something out of it definitely tonight. So please join me. Have a beautiful, blessed day. Thank you.